You see, I think that there are lots of interesting hints and contemplations within this American law on this First Amendment, which follows the actual Constitution, which I kind of think that main Constitution is really, really interesting. There are certain things they've written that I think are almost like what the word is homage. I don't know if you ever heard of the word homage, but it's kind of like a tribute or acknowledgement or nod or gesture towards something else, either symbolically or through meaning or reference. Look at this amendment here, right, which says, in suits at common law, where the value in controversy, well, this is like, civil cases between two parties, shall exceed $20. You see, this is, they call this the Bill of Rights. That's making me think of the tumultuous petitioning act when, if it's over like 21 signatures or whatever, your petition has to be go through a court with a judge or most part of a grand jury. Also kind of raising up the film $1 More. Isn't there a film called, For $1 More or something, a Clint Eastwood film? But it says, in suits at common law where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved. Or if it's less than $20, it's not really much of a case, is it? And no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court in the United States than according to the rules of the common law. You see, that makes you wonder if, when you're petitioning government, whether it's Congress, whether it is, federal government, or whether it is in the state, when you set everything out, you're doing kind of writ and testimony that everything you write is true. It almost setting out like an oath, like when a police officer does an investigation, you're saying this is the case as it may be, setting out the facts. And then really, in all forms of law, you're meant to put a statement of truth that you believe this is true from fact and so forth. And then you're getting people to sign it. And really, the thing is, the petition is a suit. That's the thing. The actual petition itself is a suit against the government, a grievance, a legal suit. It is a legal suit. You've already got a legal suit. And when you've got people, signing it to subscribe to it, to support it, based on facts, based on actual facts. It's not really at common law, is it either? It's federal, under the Constitution. You're already really getting your jury to support it, and then it's meant to be decided, by the senators or the president or whatever. So that's another bit of evidence that would propose that there is another process and procedure which you're engaging in, which is separate to the common law. This is like what I'm saying, like in the elections petition rules, when there's any fraud, election fraud, or any corrupt practices. It's said in the Representation of the People Act that it is not to be tried at common law. It said it wasn't to be tried at common law, it had to be in the High Court. And you could, the punishments, even for these like quite serious crimes, which were like election fraud, election corruption, were only like fines, which is quite astounding, really. But at a later stage, they changed a few things in this Representation of the People Act, and then they added in like imprisonment and so forth. But at one point, it wasn't. But it's still not to be tried at common law. Though it's meant to be in the High Court, and that is, you know, this is suits that are at common law and not at anything else. But when it says shall not exceed $20, it definitely has some kind of flamboyance or flair of some kind of homage, which makes you think of that tumultuous petitioning act when, you know, you've got if it's over 20 signatures, your petition has to go through the three justices or part of a grand jury. But if not, it didn't.